Okay. Hi everybody, my name is Vedran. I'm CEO of Revuto. Here with me today are
Dani from marketing.
And Boris, the COO.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Josipa is not with us today. I have to apologize that we actually moved this event from 1st of September to 7th because the studio was not available. I believe that this is not going to happen in the future because we scheduled all those events for 1st of the month. And hopefully Josipa are going to join us next time. Our CDO Marco is in the US at the moment. He's going to be back in a month or so. So maybe he's going to be next time with us. Who knows? But again, today, Dani and Boris are here.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah,
Exactly.
something like that. At least no alcohol today. Okay, it's been a while since we talked last time. The last live event was actually not from the studio. I was alone. It was difficult for me. I'm gonna now have a bit more help, so we're gonna go through some interesting topics. First of all, I wanna say something about the hottest topic at the moment, and that's readiness for a vessel hard fork, which everybody is expecting on Cardano. That should happen on 22nd of September, if I'm right. So we were actually reached out by Cardano to vote for the date. There were three dates, and I believe that the 22nd is the day that hard fork is going to happen. But what is important here to say is that Revuto is one of the top 10 dApps on Cardano that is already ready for the vessel hard fork on the mainnet. So we were ready on testnet on DevNet, and now we are fully ready for the hard fork, and there shouldn't be any problems with that. Yeah, we have also some questions from the community that we gonna answer later on. But now just let's start with some topics that we find are important to explain. So, Dani, be my guest.
Okay. All right. Well, definitely there's been a lot of questions about the T-shirts, right? Vedran, you have a T-shirt. I have a T-shirt. You can see it. Boris, you don't have a T-shirt.
Sorry, I forgot it this time.
All right. Well, there are definitely people who are...
Although we made some double X's.
Yeah, we did.
There are definitely people in the community who are waiting for their T-shirts. Maybe they got them because they staked in the R Fund pool. Maybe because they are astronauts.
Astronauts,
yes,
yes.
exactly. And they are getting these T-shirts. We plan to send them out by the end of this month, beginning, what did we say? We said the 1st of October.
No,
They should get
don't stick with dates if it exists.
We'll say...
He said no dates, no dates.
Okay.
Let's
we'll
do
say-
those in October because there are a couple of those T-shirts, as you mentioned, Astronaut T-shirts and R
Our
Fund
fun
T-shirts.
T-shirts, right.
Yeah.
So we're going to get those out in October.
Yeah.
And we should be
Yeah, we need
ready
to
for
collect the addresses because we are going to send that to physical addresses. Some of those guys are going to take them over in Zagreb because we have some of those from
Pickups
Croatia.
and everything,
Yes. And yeah, we're going to announce.
Right. Also, because there's going to be maybe some international shipping, remember to just put your address in any kind of international format so that we can, clearly understand what it is you're doing. There have been some issues in the past, and of course, just letting us know who you are, where you are, and sort of procedure in your country when it comes to addresses and mailing is very important. But
Exactly.
next month.
Yeah. Okay. So next topic, Dani.
So next topic would be me, or still under
Are we-
Dennis?
Yeah. Still, I think that Dani is the next. We have some kind of schedule here. So Dani, you can give us update a bit about that latest version 3.0 launch.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
That's the good one.
3.0. So we have 3.0 that's, well, depending on what device you use, but both for Android and for the iPhone, iOS, there has been the at least 3.0 upgrade that comes out. And this 3.0 upgrade is absolutely amazing. It's what we've been waiting for a long time. That's, of course, subscription management and basically getting these notifications of what subscriptions you have, when they're due. The virtual debit card is something that is coming up. It hasn't been released yet, but the prototype of this app and the functions of it are definitely there. So download it for sure. Put your subscriptions in. Because when you put these subscriptions into the system, you're going to, of course, get ready for these virtual debit cards. You're also going to let us know, for example, if you make one of these custom subscriptions, what else we need to add, basically building up the system. There's also password sharing, which is, a very
cool feature.
Very cool feature in that sense, and something that people can use. It's also very secure, and this is something that a lot of detail has been put into. Right, you can't just say, hey, here's my password. No, you need to have the encryption. You need to have everything done in a way so that it is secure, and you're safe. So.
And that was one of the reasons why iOS app actually was late because we use different libraries to build actually that password storing and sharing into Android app, and a different library, another library to do it on iOS. And then we had to make those things work together also, because how the system works is that you can actually share those passwords between your friends, those credentials, and those friends can be on using different platform. For instance, you're using Android and those guys are using iOS. And iOS was a bit tricky to do that, but we really put a lot of effort on making this really secure, because those credentials or passwords are really something that is needs to be stored really in secured way, an encrypted way. So that would be it.
But it looks great, if I may just add it. I'm an avid user of the subscription. I used competitors before our app came out. And I have to say, as subjective as I may be, that our interface is absolutely fantastic and by far the best one on the market. And you will have such a seamless experience when you take your little bit of time to insert everything that the system needs, but you will revive yourself.
Yeah, but do it. I know someone today had mentioned that they had taken a free trial for a service and they completely forgot to cancel the free trial, even though they planned to. And then the question was asked, well, did you put that subscription into Revuto? It's like, no, I forgot to do it. Don't forget, use it, guys, because it's definitely here. Virtual debit cards coming soon. That's the next stage. But for now, get used to this and use it, because that feature is definitely available for everyone.
Yeah, and bring in your friends also, because again, it's a great tool. We made it to be easy to use. It's a useful tool. So you mentioned that use case with the free trials. Yes, that's why we are building this to actually protect you from those free trial traps. It's going to be even better when we actually add those virtual debit cards to the setup, because then you're going to be completely, fully protected, even in those situations when you actually forget to unsubscribe on time. That would be it regarding the latest upgrades. Boris, please give us a small recap about Revolution NFT campaigns. Yeah, because a lot of people ask us about that.
Yeah, NFTs were launched mid-July, as you know, Revolution NFTs. Absolutely great product. The aim was to give lifetime subscription access to Netflix and Spotify. Great opportunity for a great price. The whole campaign was meant to last for about a month, but we decided to prolong it. There are several reasons why. I will kind of give you an overview why. The main reason, one of the main reasons, is that unfortunately we had a little bit of problems with payment processing, which was not our fault. It was not even a fault of our payment provider. It was due to some restrictions that banks impose on usage of cards for payments in our industry. And a lot of people, unfortunately, were not able to buy the product at the moment that they wanted it. So we decided to prolong this period indefinitely for now. Another reason why we wanted to prolong this is marketing. It turned out that with the campaign, we had a huge marketing success. I will touch upon this subject a little bit less because that's one of the questions that we already have. But it turned out that not only the community, but the industry reacted really well to our product. And that's another reason we want to keep it alive for a little bit longer time. And finally, other than the subscriptions, there is another part of the NFT offering, which is physical cards. And we really feel that because of the pricing point that we offer those and the benefits that users will have by having those, is a great opportunity, which kind of differs from the market conditions right now that are a little bit tough for maybe larger investment as the subscription NFTs were. So we want to give the community a chance to purchase as many physical cards as possible. We issued 8,000 premium cards at $39 a piece. We also issued 2,000 metal cards at $79 a piece. And the moment we sell those 10K special edition cards, we will then launch the execution of the issuance of the cards. So we really would like to ask you guys to support this project. Buy those cards. They're a great gift. Don't forget about the subscriptions still. They're available. We need your support in order to make this go live as soon as possible.
Exactly. Thank you for explaining that. I just want to add that that we're gonna actually do the recap of the whole campaign.
Of course.
Somewhere in the future, maybe even like next month.
The blog post, or
yeah, it's gonna be announcement on the blog post
where we will give all the statistics.
Yes. Yeah, we have to be honest that the selling of those NFTs has, you know, we didn't anticipate such a slow pace. But the first thing that the timing was
Summer.
Yeah, it was a summer, and then the market was not great, but still we now want to prolong this campaign because there is a limited number of those card NFTs that we want to sell, and the thing is that we cannot actually make less than we actually plan, because those are physical cards. We said we're going to build those like 2,000 metal cards, and we're going to build 8,000 premium cards, and that's it. So we are not going to build less than that, and we plan to sell those until the end of the year. Again, great product, supporting Cardano native assets. It's a hybrid. Also, please read the blog post about those card NFTs, because in a way how a physical card is going to work is going to be hybrid between a debit and credit card, because we have great credit lines that we're going to offer with that card. So you're going to be able to borrow some money even in a situation when you don't have your own money to pay for something. So yeah, it should be great and different product that compared to the products that are out there, because there are crypto cards out there. We need to be honest with that, and more of those are going to come in the future, but still we think that we have a better product.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So there is also one hot topic. I already talked about it, and it's DEX. So when it comes to DEX, you know that we said that we're going to launch it during the summer. This is now postponed. I'm not sure still when actually we're going to launch the DEX, but the thing is, again, that now it's really not the time to launch the DEX. Again, it's a great product. It's a different product that compared to other products. We see many of DEXs coming out on Cardano. Some of those are already up and running, but the volumes are really low. And then launching such a great product in the wrong moment would really be devastating, or lost chance, actually lost opportunity, let's call it so. Also, there are some plans, So we're gonna change plans. There are some change plans for the R token launch as well. So we're gonna announce that. And the point of all of this is actually to find the best possible solution to launch those things and to make most out of it. Even most out of the R token, which is secondary token, supporting that DEX ecosystem. Believe in us, and as you can see, we are really working hard. We are one of most hardworking teams. I know when you talk about yourself, it's not always good, but I need always to praise our team because we are launching those updates. We are building the products. Sometimes even I believe that we are trying too much. So we have so many different products that we want to push out at the same time. For now, the focus is going to be on launching the virtual debit cards, and focus is going to go towards the staking center that I believe has much to offer. More to offer. Maybe we were not focusing as much as we could on the staking center, because those staking opportunities, we see that people like them. It gives them opportunity to earn rewards during this bear market, and then there's going to be also upgrades on NFT center within the app, but we're going to talk about that later. So yeah, that's all I have to say about the DEX. Again, follow our channels, and we're going to be announcing those things and changes in upcoming days.
And just waiting for the right time. I think that's like really an important point that you've made right now. We've been in I wouldn't say a rush, but I'd say that we definitely listen to the community. We understand that the community wants things.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, if this is a product and this is something that we really want to release, it's a matter of making it at the right time. And I think that this is something that we're really focusing on. We all know what the market conditions are now. Again, you know, it's
a too good product to be launched in the wrong time.
Exactly.
Because now we see that even if you have a great product and you announce some great things,
that's main point.
Yeah, and you know that how would I put it? So in this situation, it's hard to get any kind of excitement about those things, and it's a missed opportunity. So that's why we want to do those things in the right time.
Yeah, I mean, I see here right now there's some questions about marketing, and like the thing is, we had the Revolution campaign, and marketing was huge for this. Yeah. There was a lot of coverage regionally and even globally.
61 publications worldwide.
Yep.
Including Cointelegraph, Business Insider,
you know, really,
CoinMarketCap,
really major publications and everything else. And so the marketing is there. It's just, again, the time. It was summer. It was not the best market condition. And it unfortunately makes something great almost slip through a lot of people's eye. But it is there. We can guarantee it is.
And people, I see that the community is pushing us into that, you know, spend more into marketing, spend more to marketing, spend more to marketing. But I already explained that. It doesn't give the result as it would give it when the market is in much better condition. And marketing is very expensive. So sometimes you can, and even now you can actually spend a lot of money into marketing with no result. And it, you know, it could maybe do some positive movement, but again, nothing in general is gonna actually help to. And now we're gonna come again to that topic about token price, unfortunately, but it's not gonna help. You cannot fool the market. I always say that. So things are as they are. The market is gonna rebound for sure. We just need to be patient and be building now. Now it's a great time to build things, to actually build that core feature that we actually are now focusing again on. And that's it. Yeah, everything else.
Deliver.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
we do deliver. We constantly deliver new things, and I think we prove that we are worthy of a little bit of patience and trust.
Exactly.
And the community, I can sense that too. You know, there's a lot less of the pressure that we had, you know, several months ago. It was like, when is it going to happen? You know, when? And clearly there are a lot of nows and...
Yeah, it is. I'm also trying to actually show people on my Twitter account, and sometimes I jump into the Telegram chat. I try to explain people how complicated this service is and how we are building it and how much of effort and time it takes. And yeah, we would be happiest if this would be, if this could be quicker. But so we are trying. So that's the most important thing. So we are really trying to make this happen. And I think, as you said, that community is actually seeing that there is engagement. People understand what we are doing, and so in the end, the most important thing is to launch the product. Okay, so Dani, let's talk about a little bit about the staking center, which again I think has a huge potential in the future, because now we are at number 6 on DeFi Llama. If we are comparing ourselves with total value locked within the app, we are the first behind the DEXs. So DEXs, obviously, they have most liquidity locked. So yeah, maybe Meld is in front of us, and then we are. So that's huge result for a Revuto. And also, I was so pleased that even IOHK recognized us as a top 10 dApps on Cardano, and yeah, they are mentioning us. So there is a great opportunity to do more with the staking center.
Absolutely. The staking center is absolutely amazing. I mean, it's been around since pretty much the beginning of the year, and an opportunity to take those Revu tokens that you have, if you purchase them on one of the exchanges and you want to earn, you want to invest your tokens, and everything is right there in the Revuto app, which is very, very easy. You don't have to try to log in or do something else. Once you're in the app, you have access to the staking center. With the new release of version 3.0, it's maybe a little bit different to find, but you can find it by clicking on that Revuto home button and then getting into the staking center. But it's an integral part of our whole ecosystem, because it's the way that says that you are part of this Revuto investment community, right? You can stake either Revu or ADA, and you can earn from that. You can get, like there was from the basic staking pool, you've got great APR. You've got great APR on all of these staking pools. We've had 20. I think we're at 20 right now. Mm-hmm. This is again, just critical when it comes to staying with us and just being a part of this. And especially during the bear market, which we've definitely established we are in. And, it's a way for people to just say, hey, you don't have to sell now. This is not a good time to sell, but you can keep those tokens and you can earn, you can collect rewards. And there is definitely great demand. The last pool that we had open last week, this GenSex pool, it was closed in less than 24 hours.
And we didn't even announce it.
Exactly. We didn't even announce it. Can you imagine? It was like by the time we officially announced it, it was already closed because there was so much demand. And
talking about that,
we've listened to the community. We know that a lot of people maybe feel like they've missed out on that. We've repeated this GenSex pool. It is open now. Some people are aware of that. Yeah. Definitely, the Astronaut Holders, this is one of the perks of being that they got little early notice about that, and then it went out. It was leaked. The information was leaked, because Revutonians are just so generous. They want everyone to know about that. But again, amazing APR that's available in the staking center. There's been notification in the YouTube as well. In this live chat, people are also letting others know that it is underway. So, stay with us. There are definitely going to be more coming. We pay out these rewards when they are to be paid out.
On time. We started paying out the ADA staking, so it's awesome APR 10%.
Yes.
I believe it's the best in the ecosystem. And when we are talking about those APRs, we are really trying to offer the best APRs. We are negotiating with now even some other project within the Cardano, so to open new staking opportunities and to offer amazing APRs.
Because it's in everyone's best interest, right? This whole Cardano community, you've got different projects, you've got investors that clearly, you know, are dedicated, and we are very appreciative of that and like to see you, you know, so enthusiastic.
The success of all these pools obviously self-explanatory. I think community recognized it well, and that's why it's working.
Yeah, well, I'm going to just also briefly talk about the numbers. So, more than 2,700 people staked in staking center altogether, and now they staked. So we have like around $2.2 million in assets under management. It's a risk-free setup because we always pre-secure those tokens. We, you know, we are not making risks and putting those funds in any kind of protocols which could be, I don't know, hacked or something like that. So it's a secure setup, and we are now doing refactoring of the staking center because we believe that we can do even more and offer more great opportunities, double yields and things like that. But still a lot of things to do, and unfortunately we don't have 100 arms and brains to do everything in the same time, so it will take time for those things to come. But we're gonna also put emphasis, besides the virtual debit cards, on staking center as well. Okay. Boris.
Yeah, so having said that, right, staking pools are great success, and they wouldn't have been if it weren't for our great partners.
Yeah.
So we partnered with some really, really cool companies to make this happen. Some you mentioned, Genius Yield, for example, was one of big successes, and so on. So we, as Vex and Dani said, we are looking to have more partnerships, and the whole idea of Revuto is actually built on these partnerships, and they have always been big part of who we are as Revuto, and we would like to ask for your help as well here. We would like for you as a community to maybe give us some ideas. Whom would you like to see us partner with? Certainly we have some ideas, as Vex mentioned, coming forward and in preparation for you. But please be open about it. These partnerships are great. They obviously have proven themselves as being good for us as a company, being good for you as our community and users, being good for our partners. So we also ask people who would like to partner with us and possibly see this, please feel free to contact us. Yeah, and again, the community, if you have some ideas, please throw them in, and we will be more than glad to explore any opportunities coming our way.
Exactly. Yeah. Do we have any questions connected to this topic?
Which one?
Staking.
Staking. I don't see anything about staking. I see
other questions. Okay.
Nothing specifically about staking.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move forward. Okay. Staking centers. We talk about that. We talked about adding subscriptions to the app. I believe that this is really important for now to understand, because that's the basis for the unlocking those virtual debit cards. So we really ask you to use the app, add your subscriptions to it. Now the flow may be difficult. Later it's going to be more seamless, because what you what you will be able to do later in the future is just to take a virtual debit card from Revuto, put it in your service, and then we're going to use webhooks to actually understand with whom you pre-authorize that virtual debit card, how much they want to charge you, and when they want to charge you. So that's going to be due date. And obviously there are some things that we cannot know without you. And that's the billing cycle, but also, you know, if you don't put or if you put the wrong information into the app, we're gonna again take care of that, because we're gonna use the webhooks, and next time when somebody tries to charge you, we're gonna understand if that was, you know, in a month, if it's a monthly or weekly billing cycle and things like that. But again, use it, please. We are thinking maybe in the future we're gonna maybe use some other mechanisms to incentivize people to use the subscription management VC, but now use the time to add those subscriptions to the app.
Very easy to do.
Very easy to do. Yeah. Okay. Questions. There's some questions that our community management team wrote down. So let's try to go quickly through those. We took 11 questions that we find are important enough to answer them. So yeah, Dani.
First one is about the T-shirts. We talked about that. We opened up with that next month.
Yeah.
Next month.
Next month.
Okay, there is one topic also regarding, I know who asked that, about the tokens and unlocking those tokens. So last month, 30th or 31st of August was the last day of unlocking those tokens to our investors. And now we are done with that. So there is no more tokens that actually need to be unlocked. We reached out, we crossed that magical number of 70 millions of tokens in circulating supply. TVL is still high, it's around 42 million right now, so that's something around 60%. Again, we're going to try to raise that towards 65%, maybe even above that with more staking opportunities. But the hot topic is what about those tokens from company and the team? So we had a vesting schedule of, it was a year and a half, I believe so. So in theory, the team members could unlock their tokens starting in January next year. But looking at the market conditions and everything, be assured that team is not going to do that. So we are not going to actually take those tokens and sell those tokens. So you can be pretty much sure about that, because that would be like shooting in our own legs. Mm-hmm. The same goes for the tokens that the project has right on. So as you know, from the token distribution, 53% of that of the token supply was reserved for the company. Company has every 9 months right to take 25% of those tokens out and use them for development and things like that. But obviously, company is not going to be doing that. Yes, some of those tokens we are using to actually incentivize still people to come to our platform to stake. But we are not selling those tokens to actually support any kind of development and things like that, because in this situation, selling of those tokens would be, again, like shooting in our own legs. So you can check it on a blockchain or wherever, but company is not selling those tokens, and we are not going to do that. Be sure about that. If during this bear market period. So we're going to do everything that we can. That's most important to say, to actually help the project do well, and actually help our investors do well as well. So if we in any way jeopardize that, then we're not doing. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. We are not doing things right, and that's it.
Just to clarify some things, we indicated at the beginning of the session that we were going to go through some main topics and questions that have been presented by the community beforehand. There are questions that are coming in right now live, but we mentioned that we will get to those after we go through this. So this isn't just like monthly updates, it is Ask Me Anything. It's just we do have a structure to this event. Yeah. So thank you, Srdjan, there for letting us know about that. But don't worry, we will get to questions. We're just going through some
we have a structure because
Yes.
I am always told that I don't have a structure. I always go, like straight through the wall.
Right, right. And so there is, there is a method to this all. So we do have,
Yeah.
we do have our
So
structure
we as
today.
Vec said, we have 11 questions. We're
11
now at
questions.
number 3,
Yes.
and then we'll go to you.
Yeah, let's try to
Yeah.
go quickly with those. So fees for top-up virtual debit cards. So actually there are fees, and yeah, there is a fee. There are fees that we need to pay. We need to pay a fee to acquirer, and then we have to pay a fee to processor when we are actually adding your funds to the virtual debit card. And those fees we are covering with 4% of protection fee, how we call it, for the freemium users. And that's everything that you're gonna be actually paying when making top up. The same goes for the physical debit cards later on. Still, when we are talking about topping up those virtual debit cards with crypto, it's a bit different thing, because we are not paying to actually to acquire, but then to exchange that we are working with, because those tokens, they need to be exchanged to USDT, and then or me even directly off-ramped to Fiat with the exchange. We're gonna see how that is gonna work, but still all that setup takes from their side 2.5%. So still it's going to be 4% for the users in a freemium business model, and then nothing in premium business model. So actually, when you decide to top up something with $10, you're going to get $10. And I believe that's it's a great setup. Then everything else the Revuto is going to be covering. Regarding fees, there are going to be some other fees if we are talking about those micro lending features and creating features. I already wrote in Telegram group about those also limits. We are not still sure about limits for the physical debit cards, but we're gonna try to secure the best possible terms for physical cards. For the virtual debit cards, it shouldn't be a problem because those amounts are not such a big amounts. On average, they should be around 20 or 30 euros per month. So we are not even close to those regular limits of 10,000 euros per week or a month for those cards. So yeah, that's all I have to tell about that topic. I believe that we're going to be highly competitive compared to similar products, if there are similar products. So question for okay, so I believe that I answered that for card NFTs and physical debit cards. Stats about the NFT sales, we covered that.
We covered that more or less. Maybe just to reiterate, the NFT sales is then continuing. We ask you to look at our physical cards, NFTs, because that's a really cool thing. As Vex mentioned, we will publish certain recap with full numbers, exact numbers of the whole campaign. And to finish on a good note, great product, great marketing exposure that we achieved so far.
Yeah,
with
and
those
again,
NFTs.
emphasize with those NFTs was not on putting that as our main business model.
Of course,
those NFTs were limited. They're still limited. So limited number of those NFTs that we want to sell and use those for different purposes, mostly for marketing purposes, acquisition of new users, and then introduction to cards, physical cards, and to subscription NFTs, which is also great setup and great utility for NFTs within Revuto ecosystem.
Well said, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so what about transferring NFTs into wallet and NFTs from Ethereum to Cardano.
I think there have definitely been questions about this
Yeah.
recently, lots of them. So.
Yeah. So regarding the NFTs in general, so now we have NFT Center, which looks a bit better than before, but again, we're gonna actually upgrade it to support receiving and sending NFTs directly from that section. Then you're gonna have really nice way to see what kind of utilities that NFT brings with it. So those are all actually suggestions from the community that we received, and we are working on those things because they actually said to us this would be a nice thing to have in an app. So we're gonna do that, and also we're gonna actually release those on-chain once when the custodial wallet is gonna be up and running. Because we wanna make that transferring those NFTs and everything within the ecosystem really simple. When you do everything on-chain, then you need to wait, and then it also costs money. With Vessel hard fork, as we saw it, I don't know if you saw the information, those on-chain things should cost less, but still with time, again, the price of the ADA is going to go up, and then the transaction fees are going to significantly go up as well. So we believe that it's much better to do those things off-chain through the custodial wallet, and then make the on-chain transaction only when you actually are moving things out from the Revuto ecosystem.
Just want to add there,
Mm-hmm.
Vex, you definitely answered a question that is live in the chat at the moment, at
really?
the same time as filling in the ones that have been, asked.
So who's the lucky winner?
So yes, you see, everything is all connected in that sense, and we definitely have planned this, but we are listening and watching your questions too, so that is.
And actually, also, when we launch the full product and everything, those NFTs are gonna start working 100% because they're bringing with them awesome utilities. Also, there is one topic regarding NFTs when it comes to those Revolution NFTs. So we actually minted some NFTs on chain and allowed people to purchase them on Ethereum network. And now those are waiting how to actually transfer those NFTs to the Cardano blockchain. Also, there are some customers who purchased NFTs directly on Cardano network as well, on CNFT marketplace. And those NFTs, actually, when you send them to Revuto wallet, NFT Center already recognized them, although they're on chain. Okay, so we already have that feature, but now we're just gonna add more features on the front end to be able to actually not just see NFTs, but actually to send them to somebody else. So again, we're gonna in upcoming days explain the procedure how to actually exchange those NFTs for a Cardano NFTs, Ethereum NFTs. It's going to be simple procedure, so we're going to give you actually, well, no, I'm not going to go into details actually now because it is simple, but it's going to take me time to explain it. We're going to put it in the blog post, and that's
That
right.
sounds good.
Let's leave something for the next time. Okay, Astronaut utility.
Astronauts.
Yeah.
Astronauts. So, there was some unclarity about what this special group is and what their benefits are. So there are 197 of these commandos, these elite members of and owners of Astronaut NFTs. This is very exclusive group. It's closed group, so no more. The benefits are following. Each astronaut will get $10,000 worth of Revu tokens once Revu token reaches the market price of $2 and keeps going for at least 30 days.
Yeah.
The moment that target is reached, the lucky 197 people will receive a very nice reward in their wallets. But that's not all. And I will read these out just to make sure that we don't miss any. We will boost your APR in ADA, Revu, and or CNT up to 20%.
Yep.
We will also give Astronaut members early access to another special secret pool. There will be a subscription period, but Astronaut NFT holders will also have a pre-subscription period so that they have a better chance.
I just want to jump in
Sure,
here.
please.
So because today we tried to notify Astronaut NFTs,
They were notified. They were
Yeah.
notified before anyone
but it
else.
leaked. In the future, we're going to try to do that because now we don't have a technical support to do such a things, to actually exclusively open pool just for those people. But in the future, we're going to try to do that. So those Astronaut NFT holders are going to be the first ones to be able actually to jump into those staking pools. I'm not sure when that's going to be done, but for now, we're going to try to at least notify them directly that some pool, special pool is
being built
yeah,
and
yeah.
opened. So another benefit is to boost your chances for airdrop lotteries. For some pools, we will make lotteries for you to get additional CNT.
Yeah.
And then last but not the least, as Vex says, Astronaut T-shirt.
Next month.
Yeah.
Next month, coming your way.
Yeah.
Make sure you send us addresses, sizes, and all these things.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I'm just gonna briefly mention that all those boosting in APRs and everything that works for the R fund pool, just to be sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Dani, there's some misunderstanding about the 2 and 4% of the cashback on metal cards. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So there definitely have been questions about that. Want to clarify that. Remember that you can purchase 2 different types of cards. You can do a premium card or a metal card. And if you buy the metal card, you have a choice. You have some options here. You can stake 150 euros or you can stake 3,000 euros. And depending on how much you choose or are able to stake is how much cash back that you're going to end up getting. So if you stake that 150 euros, you'll get 2% back.
Yeah.
And if you stake the 3,000 euros, then you'll get the 4% back. This is something that we decided would be a fair and
We listen to community
yes, logical sort of solution, because the community was definitely saying, hey, you know, 3,000 euros is a lot to stake to get that 4%. 4% is great, but that is quite a bit to stake. We understand that not everyone can or wants to stake that. It's okay, and that's why we're giving you that option to also stake the 150 euros to get the 2% cash back. But of course, the card itself is quite exclusive. I mean, it's a pretty fancy thing. You've got that metal card. You want the metal card, that's great. Show it off, use it, and remember that, you know, you've got the same options as you do with the premium, but then you also have that ability to go ahead and stake the 3,000 to get the 4% if you choose to do that. But you're covered any way you look at it. So.
Yeah. Please jump to the next topic.
All right.
You are on the roll.
All right, so the whole security of the custodial wallet. Now, the custodial wallet, this is something that people have been asking for in the community for quite some time. I mean, traditionally, we've had that non-custodial wallet. There have been some issues with, you know, the whole private keys, seed phrases being lost, and then not being able to recover accounts and things like this. And this is part of the reality of a non-custodial wallet. You know, this is something that
It's like your keys, your money, and then what happens? You don't have your
if
keys.
you lost your keys, the money is gone. And you know, our support team working all the time, and there's only so much you can do. When the keys are in your hand, you lose the key. There's no way that support can go ahead and just recover your password. I think that we kind of live in a time when we're used to forgetting passwords and recovering them, and it's not really a big deal. But in this non-custodial wallet world, it doesn't really work like that. What we have now is this custodial wallet, and Revuto is paying a lot of attention to security. You know, security is very, very important, making sure that everything is working in a way that can be trusted. And our infrastructure is definitely quite complex. There are a lot of these redundancy systems. This is actually part of the reason why you've probably experienced some of the delays in terms of releasing certain features, like for password sharing, because we can't do it unless we know we're doing it right.
Yep.
You know, this is something that is our reputation. It's also your trust in us, and it's the way that we definitely can ensure that what we are releasing and providing is something that people are going to use and share and, you know, spread the word about. But, you know, all of this is security, and that security is very, very important. So you can use this feature with password sharing. It is secure. And when you store your passwords, you can just be assured that we're doing everything to make sure that this is secure. We've got this multi-signature technology, and you know, it's something that it wasn't just released for the sake of releasing it. It was released with a bit of a delay because of the fact that we wanted to make sure that it was secure. So,
and the one more thing that's different when we talk about the custodial wallet is that it's a regulated thing. So, and we are going into that direction. I know that situation with Celsius doesn't help, but they actually did things differently that we are doing. So they were actually using somebody else's money to risk with it and invest those funds in different protocols, and then they expose themselves to that big risk. Those protocols, they couldn't control them. They were hacked. Some of those were bad schemes. So a lot of things went wrong with it, and then we saw what happened with the Luna. So everything, you know, bad things can happen. We are not going into that direction. We're not going to do such a things. We already explained how our staking center works, and we're going to leave it, at least for now, in that day with the same setup. And we're going to just add on things like when DEX comes, then going to be also different pools added on, not just the staking pools for staking sake, but for providing liquidity and things like that. And then later on for providing liquidity for those microloans. So all those setups are going to be sustainable and secure. Yeah. So that's it. Okay, there is a question about the fiat to crypto on-ramp. This is something that we want to actually add in the app as soon as we can. But there are things that are really, really connected in our app. So when we talk about adding that feature, there is a KYC that needs to be shared between the several third-party providers. One of those is, of course, card issuer, then it's acquirer. Then Fiat Onramp, also the service provider, it requires the KYC. But also, we want to actually, when we are talking about the part of acquiring, so adding your debit or credit cards to Revuto app, we want to make the user experience really seamless. And the thing is that the same acquirer needs to work with the fiat to crypto on-ramp, because it wouldn't make any sense that you actually add your debit cards to Revuto to be able to top up virtual debit cards with those cards, and then again to go through some second level of the Revuto app to do the same thing again. So we want to make all that work really seamless in one app, and that is why those things last. From what we are seeing now, I think that the fiat to crypto on-ramp is gonna come maybe at the same time when the virtual debit cards come, if not later. We try to do that opposite, to actually push that feature out before the virtual debit cards, but it's not gonna work. We understand that it's a cool feature because, again, you're going to be able to buy ADA and Revu token directly from the app and put that money on your wallet. But again, the custodial wallet is also one big part of the thing, because we want to actually have a custodial wallet up and running, so you get those funds on your custodial wallet. It's a faster, it's better way to do it. That's all I have to say regarding that question. Boris,
few words about premium members.
that's like more like a premium business model.
Premium business model, exactly. So obviously we will have a freemium and a premium. We really feel that what we have made for premium users to enter is really, really fair. And in comparing with other market players, I think this is something that will make people happy and willing to engage in a premium subscription. And that is that all it takes is to stake 150 euros for 1 year.
Yep.
As Daniela mentioned earlier, this is completely secure, so your money is safe, and I kind of want to emphasize your money. It is your money. It's not a payment to us. It's your money that is actually working for you while it's being staked for 12 months. And this simple action opens up the world of premium opportunity for you as a user.
Yeah, exactly. And how is that going to be done? Is that you're going to be actually able to stake those 150 euros in Revu tokens within the staking center. We're going to open the pool for the premium users, and you're going to be use that within the staking center. It's the same procedure as you would, stake in some other pool.
Yeah. And then in addition to that, as you mentioned, Vex, when we Onramp, we will build a ramp for buying Revu and ADA, you will be immediately able to
purchase those
tokens within the app, stake them, and you're a premium user.
Exactly. Well, and there are going to be some other setups which are going to be really awesome. For instance, stake to cover your monthly subscription expenses. I think that that's going to be helping people to save money on their subscriptions as well, because we're going to check, how much you're spending monthly on your subscriptions, and we're going to tell you, hey, there's a better way to do it. Just, we're going to tell you the number of Revu tokens which you need to purchase, or if you already have them, to stake in particular pool, and we're gonna be covering your monthly expenses through virtual debit cards, just with that yield that you generate from staking. So, and some other also setups are going to be introduced, but more about that after we launch virtual debit cards. So this is really important to understand. There is procedure and priority list. Yeah, let's go through some questions. I didn't look at the chat, so about the NFT marketplace, when it might come. So when it comes to marketplace, we already told you that we partnered with Carda Hub, so we're gonna open the marketplace there. They postpone things, we postpone things, so this is also now on hold. We are not going to build our own marketplace, but we're going to open marketplace within the marketplace, which is called Carda Hub, because there people are going to be able not just to purchase NFTs, sell them and purchase for ADA, but with Revu tokens as well. NFTs are a big part of our ecosystem. We partnered now with Battle Alliance. Those are really awesome, cool guys. I have to mention that they really help us with the Astronaut NFTs. I was so pleased to see them. They are hand-drawn, custom built for us. I wanted to do something better, because those first early bird EBT1 or master NFTs were actually custom built. But in the meantime, the whole NFT story grew, and we knew that we need to make them look better. So that's why we said we need to find a really good artist. Those guys from Battle Alliance they're awesome. They have awesome products as well. So we're gonna do some amazing things with those guys in partnership with them. They have a cool NFT game already up and running. They have amazing plans to do some amazing things in the future. So we're gonna partner with those things. So, and new NFTs are gonna come. We're gonna bring with those NFTs open new utilities for the NFTs. This is all I can say. We're gonna do podcast with those guys, and we're gonna talk more deeply about those NFT things.
We've also got a question about the release for version 3.1 on iOS. I mean, I guess maybe additional updates in general. What can we give? What information can we give about those?
So yeah, we are now. So there is a bit delay of iOS app. It was delayed almost a month.
After the
Yeah. And I remember there was a promise from the development team that we're gonna launch those things on
simultaneously, but
June 15. And because of a password thing and encryption and everything, there was some problems about that we had to solve in a really practical way. And the development took more time, and there was also difference between those two apps. Not just on the development side, but also there was developers went on their summer vacations. So that was also one of the reasons. And now we are trying to actually
catch up.
Yeah, and we will, because the point always is to actually, when we release something, that both it should be released on both platforms, and also we have something from for Huawei users as well. So we are trying also to release apps for them on time. Yeah, that's it.
I can remind everyone that in a few hours, once this whole live has been rendered into the system, you'll be able to go and add closed captions or translation into your native language if you're more comfortable, listening to us and with some subtitles and some translation. But it does take a couple of hours, sometimes up to a day, I think, in order for this, depending on how long it is. Yeah.
So there are questions I see, about the liquidity and everything about the selling those tokens. Again, there is no point of selling those tokens in these market conditions. We have tokens, we could sell them, but that wouldn't make any sense, because now we see what we see, and we are talking with our market makers and everything, and we are following how things are developing, because also we are one of the projects that is more focused on centralized exchanges, because we need those to be able to offer that feature, topping up virtual debit cards with crypto. We cannot, we need to be liquid. Token needs to be listed on tier 1 centralized exchanges. You're not going to be selling those, and that's it, period. And yeah, it would be nice to have additional money in the bank from selling those tokens, but that's not going to happen. Even when we did listing, we said that we're not going to sell if the token is going to be below $1. And that was the case. We send, and that's true, we send 5 million tokens to the KuCoin, and we actually return those funds back to the main wallet. So no tokens were sold. There is no, I don't know. I'm not gonna tell anything about that topic, because it's a silly question. When somebody sells for, I don't know, $5,000 or $2,000, the price goes down. When somebody buys for $2,000, the price goes significantly up, because there is no volume. There is volume, but compared to those times when there is really big volumes, this is nothing. And if we would sell, then the price would just, plummet down. Yeah. So
this is where the market works, I think.
Yeah.
Asking that question, we definitely have that question asked.
You shouldn't be concerned about that. So that's
focus on the app now. Focus on the subscription.
What we have, yes, this physical app and everything. There's also a question, I don't know if you saw this one, Vedran, about if you choose for the metal card, the cash back in 1%, can it be changed later, or is it permanent?
Yes. No, it can be changed.
Yeah.
Okay, of course. But if you opt for 4%, and if you stake 3,000 revs, obviously you're gonna stake it for 12 months.
Yes.
You cannot change it in. Well, I want my money back. We are not actually taking your money. It's just your investment.
You can increase your investment, but you can't.
Yeah, reduce it.
But that's logical.
Yeah, that's logical. And obviously, okay, fine. If you decide to go for 2%, at any time you can actually add more and then have those 4%. And that's it. We listen to the community. Now it's a hot topic because the market is down. $3,000 in Revuto tokens, or 3,000 euros, sorry. It may seem a bit steep, but it's gonna change. And it's limited number of cards that we are offering for the metal card. It's just 2,000 cards. For the whole market, it's not much. Now it's a different story because everybody is looking at those prices and it may seem a lot, but it's a great product offering great cashback. And those who are gonna be early opting in, they're gonna be getting the most out of that cashback, because now there is a biggest upside when it comes to the price of the token. So if you're getting 4% in cashback now, there is a really amazing opportunity for our token price to go up. There is big space, room, and you know how that goes. So those who are going to be early into those things are going to profit the most. Later on, when even our market cap grows, it's going to be harder. It's going to take more money to come in for the token price to go up. So with those 4%, not just on purchases made with the physical debit cards, but also in a premium business model on the virtual debit cards, those 4% could actually end up as a quite big discount. Award. Yeah, discount. Because if you pay your Netflix, which is $10 now, and you get 40% back, if the token price goes 10x up, it's $4 back. It's almost a half the price of your subscription. And if it goes even more, then maybe you could actually get even everything that you paid back for free. So and that's actually the idea of the token, to help people and all those crypto setups and DeFi setups, to help people save money on their subscriptions, and later on also on the purchases with the physical debit cards. I don't know, it's 1 hour and 8 minutes that we are here. I'm not sure if, I know that everybody was expecting something huge to be announced. I'm gonna just announce that we are making good partnerships now, talking about with a lot of things. Things change now because projects are willing to communicate, because everybody is looking how to actually keep their user base and keep people involved with the projects in this bear market. And there is one more thing. It's at least I see it as a huge thing. That's stablecoin on Cardano. We see now that with the hard fork, this should help Jet to come out, to launch. It's algorithmic stablecoin. We're gonna support it. We saw what happened with Luna, so I'm not sure how people are gonna feel about that stablecoin. It is different. I know that they said it's much better. I have to believe it. Again, we're gonna support it, but still, in the end, I believe that over-collateralized stablecoin is something that it's pinnacle of the stablecoin, because I always say that it's funny to say that the stablecoin needs to be stable. And there are so many stablecoins that are not stable in crypto. That's ridiculous. And also, without stablecoins, DeFi setups cannot work. So we need that. We have awesome DeFi setups, and I believe that being established in Croatia, maybe for us there is a way to actually push out the stablecoin. There's some pre-requirements that need to happen, so we need to actually launch the custodial wallet, registered as an exchange, and and do some regulatory things to actually make that whole setup viable. So I'm again thinking a lot about that. I'm talking with people, so maybe something could happen regarding this. We're gonna see, so if we make that happen, I think that is gonna be huge for the community, because I don't believe even in those tokens that are gonna be breached, which are over collateralized, like USDT, which are breached to 1 or 2 breaches to Cardano, because we saw that what happened with that Nomad breach. So there were MAD USDT and MAD USDT available on Wingrider's exchange, and immediately when they were breached, the stablecoin was not stable. And when that exploit happened, then everything went to shit. And so that's not good. That's it for today.
Thank you.
I don't know I don't have anything to add. I'm gonna still be trying to jump few and then into Telegram group to answer some hot questions. Till the next time, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep supporting
Thank you.
us.
Yeah, keep supporting. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.